Hey there guys and gals of the YouTube world. This will be a shorter video. As you may have seen, Millennial Mike and I have been discussing Gary, Indiana. And as you might know, we both invest in that city, along with my entire mastermind group for the most part. Collectively, we might own, 60, 70 different properties in that city or in the surrounding area. So if you Google Gary, Indiana, you'll find stuff such as the most miserable city in America, ghost towns, the worst decaying buildings in the country, in the hood in Gary, police officer shot in Gary, all these negative things about Gary. Okay, and granted, Gary did fall on some very hard times. And Gary did have a period of time where the homicide rate just dramatically increased. But from my perspective, and I'm just one person, from my perspective, I see good things happening in Gary. And you don't always find that when you search out Gary. And if you don't know about these good things, well, then you believe all the negative things you see. So if you watched the video that Millennial Mike and I did just earlier today, we talked about a potential trucking company that wants to relocate into the city. There's also Amazon Distribution Center has come into the city in recent years. Hard Rock Casino has moved into the city in the last year or so. There's a technology company, Acumen or something, that wanted to move into the city, but it fell apart. And now the city, I think, wants to, that same property the tech company wanted to move into, they're trying to market it to something else, I believe. Tom Olson has told me he has flipped something like 2,000 houses in the city of Gary. Every house that myself and my group has bought, I won't say every single house, but the majority of them have been rehabbed and fixed up. Just today, I've had a text in from my property manager. One of my houses that I bought from an individual, I bought a total of 9 houses from an individual. All 9 properties need to be fixed up, but their tenants were living in there. One of the tenants just moved out, not just moved out, but in the last month or so they moved out. So the rehab was just completed and there's a lot of work done. And once the floor dries, there's hardwood floors and they were sanded and restained. So once it dries completely, he will get back inside and take pictures of everything to send to me. And that's just one house that's been rehabbed, renovated. I have numerous properties that have been renovated. Every property I bought from the Olson Group was rehabbed, renovated before I bought it. Properties that I bought off market or from other sellers were either rehabbed or before I got them, or I paid to get them rehabbed. Several already. The 9 that I bought from that one individual, 2, 3, maybe 3 of them, I've had tenants move out, 2 or 3, whatever it is, and I've put 10 grand plus or minus into fixing these houses up, and they're good houses. Houses built back in the 40s, 50s. And so in that time frame, like the house I moved out of Virginia was built in 1955. I completely rehabbed it when I sold it, prior to selling it. So these houses up in Gary, a lot of them were built in even the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. They're solid houses. They have solid bones. But a lot of them need work. If they're still standing, because some of them are in decay, if they're still standing, they may need new shingles, new roof. They may need windows, doors, floors may need to be redone, toilets may need to be replaced, vanities, sinks, mirrors, etc., etc. All that stuff may need to be redone, but they're solid bones. You can take an old house and make it a nice house, okay? So that's what we're trying to do in that one town. Mike and myself and the others in my group, Bill, Will, Caleb, Rich, I'm gonna draw blanks here, Zach, oh shoot, there's like 15 of us in my group. I can't name everybody just like that, I'm getting old. But all of us are buying houses there. Granted, we're investors. We're trying to make some money. Okay, that's a given. That's what real estate investors do. They want to make some money. But at the same time, we're investing our dollars and our time into improving the city of Gary, Indiana. You can listen to various songs out there about Gary, Indiana. A lot of good stuff has happened in Gary, Indiana in the past, okay? It became famous for being the most miserable city in the country. But let's make it famous for rebounding better than any other downtrodden city has rebounded in recent times. As investors, if you watch my channel, you're probably an investor. So as an investor, consider it. I'm not telling you to invest in that city. There are challenges if you invest in there. We've discussed that either in a video on my channel or a video on Millennial Mike's channel. There are challenges with investing in that city because the tenant quality may not be quite what you're used to. The buildings may need work. The houses may need work more than what you're used to. And until more businesses move into the city, there will be challenges with getting the good tenants because the businesses have to come. We're not, as of yet, investing in putting businesses anywhere. We're investing in residential real estate. But as time goes on, as our portfolio grows, who knows what we will do? If my group is 15 people, and I don't know how many of them are as dedicated to improving Gary as Mike and myself are, but as our portfolio grows, who knows exactly what we'll do? Maybe we'll buy some empty lots and build some brand new 3-2 homes. Maybe we'll all collectively buy old houses on one block and rehab the entire block and make them new houses. Who knows what we'll do? There's strength in numbers. There are strength in numbers. And if you're watching this channel, you can be part of what we're doing. You can be part of changing the future in the the crossroads of America, bedroom community of Chicago, Northwest Indiana, Lake Michigan, beachfront property, cold winters, lots of snow. All right, so let me know what you think. All right, don't be shy. Feel free to comment and let me know. Are we off on a wild pipe dream? Are we dreaming? Or are we trying to do something good? Are we trying to take something bad and make something better out of it? Let me know what you think. All right, Mazske is signing out.